My third guy plays some games. Alright, hi y'all. Weather guy here. Oh, got my mouse on the screen. And we're back with more of Sunless Skies. Last time we died tragically. And I haven't really gotten my bearings yet on our new guy, you know? We're missing pieces of our ship, but we still have a good ship, so that's good. But we're missing... We have some fuel and supplies. 3 and 3 to start. I think we have some in the bank. But we have a rough start. And I also chose the new ambition of getting money or something. So I think I want to go back, check that out, and just get out of here, you know? I'm trying to push buttons here for a second and see if I can see something. I haven't done that in a while. How much money do we have as well? That's important. 1236, that's not bad. Okay. I saw a tip as I was loading in. And sometimes I forget that tips can be helpful. But I didn't see what the tip said. I just saw shine your headlights or something like that on something to make something happen, and I totally didn't register what it said. And I feel like it would have been useful. You know? But we're gonna go back to the Reach. And we're gonna check out this new ambition we're starting. I think since we have a decent ship now, a little bit of capital to start off with, I think what I want to do actually, and we have a lot of the map filled out. I think what I want to do is, oh yeah, if your headlight can pass over or under objects, so can you. Oh, that's actually interesting. I think that might have been what it said. As I was saying, I think what I want to do is focus on finishing the game. Focus on winning, right? Whatever that may entail for this new ambition. I think that's what I'm going to do. Which one of my weapons is stronger, by the way? This one? Which button is it? I don't know which button it is. I feel like it's the left one. But they look similar when you fire. That's a little bit of... Okay. I think it's the left one. But yeah, we're gonna start going for the win. We do have the map filled out. Another thing to consider is we're approaching June and July, which is when we had that year-long thing happen, which we may still be able to do over in Regent's Grave. That may still be a thing. I'm not sure how many things I need to actually redo, you know? Like, what's our quest log even look like now, you know? Is it just... Yeah. Some of this is still here. Raise enough property to raise enough capital to purchase property in London, Pan, or New Winchester. I don't know where Pan is. So we need to get new officers as well. That's also on the menu, which will cost some of our money. Okay. Let's continue. We can also... I should have some fuel and supply stocked away in the bank, so that'll help at least alleviate early game costs, right? Yeah, things have been going okay. I watched Severance. That show was amazing. You should all watch Severance. Holy moly, that's the best show I've watched since BoJack Horseman, which actually was the previous show I watched, but man, both of those shows are incredible. Definitely watch. I can't believe I died last time. I'm still so upset about that, actually. Like, that was the most deflated I've ever felt after playing a game. It was bad. Alright, how much is it to recruit her? 100? Okay. Do that. Get her on. Repair our locomotive. Let's go ahead and check out the bazaar. Seeds for Magdalene's Shore. And then munitions for Lustrum. Great. Okay. Let's check out the bank. Yeah, we have this stuff. What do we need again? Do we have empty slots? Kind of. Nothing that our bank can fill with. We can take all of the fuel and supplies at least. That helps. Accidentally undocked a little bit. Okay. Don't need crew. Ambition and wealth. I think this is what we're going to look at. Actually, we need to explore the city more too, don't we? Introduce ourselves. Oh my god, I can't believe we have to introduce ourselves again. These nerds again. Know all about this. We already know this stuff. We're veterans. Well, as players we are, right? Alright, this is the first step of... We need 5,000 sovereigns. Oh boy. Okay. So we have a pretty simple mission, right? We just gotta fly around and make money. That's it. We have 1176, so I think our first thing is actually going to be to work on going to bazaars and just making money. Check out what this says, though. It is not enough to be rich. One must be seen to be truly, lavishly, importunately wealthy. In order to retire in the manner to which you wish to become accustomed, you require two things. Suitable property and the admiration or envy of your peers. These are the best security that money can buy. So we need to get $5,000. Okay. Okay. So to that end, let's start planning. So we have two ambitions, or not two ambitions, but two bizarre things. We have the Magdalene seeds, and we have munitions for Lustrum. So let's look at our map now. This should say what the normal thing to buy here is, and I think we can get... Let's look at the exports of all these places, right? They export bronzewood. They export bronzewood. They export souls. They export hours. Come on. Nectar. Hours. Seeds. So we need to go to the nature reserve. Nowhere's exporting weapons, though. So we may need to just get that through other means, you know? Verdant seeds up in Hybris as well. But I think I'd rather go down to the reserve because we can still get money that way. And also we can do settlers too. That might be good, right? But I think we might need stories for the settlers, but we can just go down and start doing this. So I think we go to nature reserve first. And this is going to be the game now. We're going to be just making money, doing trips, talking. Because we know what's out there in the Reach. And there's only one thing we're scared of now, and it's the big bat thing. We've only ever seen it once. So, not terribly concerned. We'll also probably get more officers as we go along, too. We need to do that. Yeah, it's a good tip about the headlights. That makes total sense. Another thing that I'm considering is the circus. I don't think I can recover my terror there anymore. I mean, I guess I can by purchasing tickets, but I'm not a friend of theirs anymore, I doubt. So, it's another thing, right? You notice also last week was the first episode of this series that I uploaded uncut. Because it was a fairly short one and there wasn't much to cut out, honestly. That was fun. That at least made me a little happy, as I didn't have to edit anything and create two separate videos and things like that. You know? This one and future ones will actually likely have more cuts with the amount of travel we're going to be doing, and now that we're speeding more through dialogue and stuff as well, right? And once we finish this game, the next game we're going to play is a little similar. We're going to be doing Dredge. Maybe after Dredge we'll do Dave the Diver. We're sort of going to be staying in the same sort of realm. And what do we want to hear? I think we want to get anything that can get us money. Let's try to get some nectar. We got sovereigns. That works. Sounds like more... Never mind. Maybe we'll get more bats after we try to get this. More bees, rather. Yep. These are much easier to fight than that stupid crocodile guy. What happens when we fail this? What's the negative? We lose a crew. We get 14 sovereigns. So it's kind of split. What else has been going on? A lot of crazy stuff politically. I'm not going to really talk on it. I'm just noting that I was aware of all the crazy things that are happening right now in the world. And it's disappointing is the right word, I think. I think regardless of where you sit on things, everything is disappointing. I think that's a perfect adjective for that. Well, let's see what we have here. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. This homestead comprises a scattering of houses and a ramshackle barn. A cloud of dust arises from the yard. Two men are fighting. Let's make them stop fighting. The men are graying and scarred. Their arms are brown as teak and knotted with muscle. They strike indiscriminately, but thus far ineffectually. As far as you can tell, they're fighting over what color to paint a shared outhouse. Okay. So, here's my first thought. In terms of role-playing. If we want money, and that's our main goal in life, we might kind of be a jerk. So I think we're just going to go with things that clearly will probably maybe get us money. So we're going to steal their supplies. Does that make me a bad person? Maybe. But I think to keep with the legacy of the crew as a whole, we still support Tackities. I think it's too big of a shift to go stovepipes, right? So we're still going to be Tackity side, but in our interactions like this, we're going to be more selfish, I think. Oh, there's another one of these. I don't know why I was ignoring it. That time just goes well, that's great. The good news is we still have a lot of cargo space, which is nice, right? I should have actually bought more fuel and supplies. I shouldn't have just stocked up a little bit. I should have just stocked up all the way, right? But it is what it is. And hopefully we're able to get a shipment here to send out, you know? Oh, I totally missed. Try to get the nectar. Gosh, we're not getting what we need out of this. Just little bits of sovereign. Let's see, what else is going on in my life? My birthday is coming up very soon, which is exciting. Love that. I'm working on starting a Delta Green campaign, which I'm very excited for. I'm just still trying to find the right players for it, but that's going to be a lot of fun. It won't be anything that goes like on this channel, but just something fun in my spare time, right? Delta Green is sort of like Call of Cthulhu, but more modern age, right? I've talked about it before in this series, I believe. So Bazaar, get the seeds. Oh, they're bargains too, that's great. How many do we need for the thing? What did we get here? Dry tea, that seems like it's worth a bit. We need 3 for the thing. Okay, so we already got the 3. This is going to Magdalene's. Okay. Great. So now what? Should we go ahead and buy also more... Oh, we can buy fuel and supplies here too. This is a good place. I think I'm just gonna go up to 26 total. Because I want to make sure that we have enough for any deliveries we get here, right? If we can. Oh yeah, we can do port reports. What a great time to be alive. Can we get a delivery? We need to go check on their delivery. The impounded goods. Okay. I mean, quests are a way to get money too. For sure. No, we don't want this. Base of research. This is what we want. No, we had to talk through the phlegmatic researcher. I just want to help him out. Let's look at his list. Yeah. Ants. Wings of a bee. Hybris pus. Ugh. Gross. Okay. We'll look at those things. And then he doesn't have any deliveries though. Ah, oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, in that case, I think we go... Where do we go next? Magdalene's is kind of far, isn't it? Magdalene's is kind of far. Do we just go to Port Avon and then New Winchester so we can collect the port report? And see if they have any deals at the bazaar there? And then maybe, if we have time, finish up going to Magdalene's and, delivering the seeds? Seems like a good idea. But for our main goal, 5,000 doesn't seem that crazy of an amount, honestly. I think we can get there. I really do. But it makes me nervous because it's only the first stage of our ambition, right? So I'm worried about how high that dollar amount is going to get by the time we finish. Like, I worry that it's going to approach like 50,000 or something like that, which would be insane. Hang on, let me pause real quick. I have something to do. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My baby woke up, so I had to go help with that for a bit. Ouch. And I've mentioned this a lot too, but the important thing also when it comes to making money is to not get damaged, because that costs money too. So I gotta be better about dodging, you know? Let's get the unusual cargo. What do we get? An intriguingly bulging sack, 43. Okay. That's probably worth it compared to getting the hull repaired, I think. Maybe. Get some more stuff here. Maybe we'll... Yep. So we get this, and maybe we'll get to get the research stuff. So that would be good. Perfect. And the wings. So we need to go to Hybris as well at some point to get the spores, which I'm guessing is going to come from one of those big spore shooting critters. Man, I feel like we move so much faster now than we did at the very start, you know? It's nice. We're cruising along. Yeah, babies are a lot of work. Oh, speaking of the devil, one of these guys. Maybe he'll have what I'm looking for. They sort of track you a bit. Not that much damage, I just gotta be better. Nice. That wasn't too bad. What do we get? Nothing we really wanted. I guess we will try to get the precious stones. 63 sovereigns and a bit of terror. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to lower our terror a bit. Which will be more difficult now that we don't have so many, more intangible items to spend, like stories and gossip and stuff at Magdalene's, right? But it should go down as we port at these places as well. I'm not terribly worried about it. But still. The one nice thing about starting over like this is it's comfortable, right? In terms of, I feel like Oh, we have to worry about a welcome. I forgot about that. Ugh. Host a tea party? No, we're not spending that. Let's go to the bazaar. That's what we're here for. Another bargain. Oh my goodness. And then I think that was about all that we were really interested in doing, is checking that out, you know? Not too much else I really want to do here right now. I guess I can look and see if there's any... Yeah, we can recruit the Repentant Devil, which is going to cost us another 100 sovereigns. And then I think we're just going to go on. We're going fast today. Even though we're on a new captain, we're not loitering. We're working on getting our money. Oh, that's a good ram, bud. And we got him. Lose terror, that seems like actually a decent idea. Or an uncanny specimen. Let's do that. That's money too. Great. What do we got here? Gain sovereigns. I love that it's different options, you know? Alright, how many sovereigns we get? 13 and 2 terror. Okay. We take those. Oh my god, why we got a body here? Yeah. Yeah, the stowaway, that's right. We got 1,000 experience from that too, that's crazy. And then we have where he wants us to send him. Yeah. At the Avid Horizon, which we never found last time, actually. Sadly. Again, we have to come up here, turn in our port reports, see what this is like now. Ba, 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 ba. Deliver our lovely port reports. 200 sovereigns, love to see it. And we're going to continue on. We can also go ahead and sell a lot of our goods here at New Winchester. Except for, we have to remember to save 3 of the verdant seeds. Yeah, I think I might actually just end here today. After we do this little section before I forget. Do repairs. It's going to cost us a pretty 45. I wish I took note of how much we started with today in terms of money. That's okay. We got to get crew back. Great. How much did that cost? 40. Okay, so it's about as much as we lost, I think. Bazaar, nothing here. Great. Market. Now this is where we're going to sell stuff. We're going to sell the tea, the nectar, 3 of the seeds, and that's it. So that's a cool 570. Okay, so we're, what, slightly above maybe what we started with, but we still have some seeds to sell. So we're doing okay. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else we're going to want to do today unless we get... Yeah. Maybe I should do this to see if it opens up more options. I feel like there usually was more options in general. There was one for Portavon. Selling seeds. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I already did that. For some reason I just thought there was going to be more options here, but maybe not. That's okay. I guess the thing with what our original captain left behind is dealt with now. That's okay. Anything else? Nothing else we want to do today. Okay. So to recap, next time we're going to go to Magdalene's, and we are going to turn in the verdant seeds, check out their bazaar, do the port report, and then we're going to head over to Port Prosper, mostly to see if we can do a settler, and also to deliver the quest for the delivery stuff for the Ledbetter guys, and see if they have a bazaar here or anything like that. And then who knows what's after that. Maybe we head up to Hybris or Circus. It just depends on what develops, you know. But for now, we are perfectly focused on just making money, however we can do that. But that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.